It was interesting. I think we met at the absolutely right time because I was contemplating whether something should be possible along the lines that you already had developed, and I thought it was possible in theory. I just didn't see it in action yet. So I was kind of fortunate that we met. My idea was first of all something that has a direct link to the ERP. I'm a big believer in the continuous improvement Six Sigma theories. Get your data reports where people can extract them with nobody in between actually generating them. So that was critical. There had to be a direct link. The second thing is I rather have a one-stop shop. I rather have one framework under which I can generate all my sort of reporting interfaces rather than having one tool for budgeting and one for reporting and one for statutory. Yeah, no cost. As I said, we're a small company and I'm busy. So I don't have 5 IT people that are, first of all, billing me, and second of all, are asking me a lot of questions. Yeah, the third-party vendor. I think also a bit from in Dutch we say from schade en schande wordt men wijs. It means once the damage is done, you learn how to not do it. We have several entities that are managed by external accountants in their own systems to which we don't have access. So that means that you don't even have access to your own data. Now, I don't mind having a third party for services, but for ongoing basis, for the stuff to function, I should not be depending on a third party. It should be my data and my solution and my license. Yeah, the other one is the customization. One thing that, as I mentioned, the custom packages, you get some IT guy that bills you for every scope change. I will, without any doubt, will have new reporting requirements every week because we're a growing business, we're a changing business, we work in 10 countries. So without any doubt, next week somebody's going to ask me a question from some sort of variation to the report that we have not designed. And for me, it's a big difference. Can I create that report with 2 more clicks? Or do I need to call my IT guy to develop something for me? So the customization is quite critical, the flexibility, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I think we set up your email access, gave you an Entoria account. Yeah, then 1 week, yeah, we just gave you the access. I think we pretty quickly had what we needed. Because as you said, most of your solution, 80% is standard for all the businesses. And all very easy because you have a lot of experience. So that means rather than hand-holding some IT guy in what exactly is a cash flow statement, I think you kind of got why we need to do a cash planning to begin with. So that made it quite easy, I think.
Yeah.
Nothing. No, so that was it. No, without any jokes, that's of course that's the key thing. You appoint an external vendor. You sink a lot of money and a lot of time. You better get it right. And if the person messes up, yeah, it's pretty bad. That's the thing. Anybody who's too big to zero and too small for SAP, which is probably 70% of the global businesses, would fit this. So I think for everybody, even I think, to be honest, even when I was still working in Shell, I think there would have been a lot of benefit in having a tool like this.
So, look, when I explain this to people, Vincent, it's people think it's almost too good to be true. So what I'm trying to do is get people to just experience it and see it. So this is really what, if anybody's interested, what we can do next. You know, if you want to just set up an introduction call with me, and that would be a very very informal conversation about whether this solution is a potential for you. I'd sign an NDA. I've got one available, or I'm happy to sign any NDA that you put in front of me as long as doesn't have crazy clauses in. And then basically give me login or read-only access to the system, and then sit back and wait for those 80% results that we talked about, which are standard across businesses. So at that stage, you can then look at that and decide whether it's something you're interested in or not. And at that point, you've really invested probably less than an hour, and you've invested $0, but it gives you an opportunity to really experience on your data and your figures. And it's quite powerful when you see your figures in that format and have that that easy access to.